Hello students, welcome to a lesson on solve simple percent problems. Before we start, I need you to pause and copy these two formulas for solving percent problems. So go ahead and do that now. So pause. Alright, now take out your worksheet. If you don't have one, you can write this out. Okay, so we're going to start with this one here. I'm going to zoom in, so we're going to do some problems using that formulas. Okay. So for the first one, if it's not a word problem, we're going to go ahead and use this first one here. Okay, so let me go ahead and scoop this up for a second. There you go. Okay, so 3 is 50% of what? So we're going to use this one when it's not a word problem. Okay, as you can see, this formula is a proportion and only one of them has a number. So you can start out by just drawing the proportion and putting 100 right here. Okay? And always check to see if they give you a percent. And they did give you percent, that's 50%. So that is 50 right over here. Okay? And then follow the words. 3 is, so is 3. And they want to know of what number. So that's, this will be your x. Okay? And again, you could use a calculator, so go ahead and just cross multiply using a calculator. So that's 3 times 100. So that will give me 300. And then x times 50 is 50x. Please write the equal sign and show your work, okay? So it's 50x, so I divide by 50 on both sides. And 6 is equal to x. All right, let's try it again. Okay, number 2, 188 is 6% of what number? You know what, we're going to skip 2 because 2 is very similar to 1, so let's do 3. What percent of 156 is 78? I'm going to zoom in just quickly. All right, so again, we're going to use this formula right over here, same thing, okay? So again, you want to write your proportion and put the 100 first. They did give you a percent. They did not give you a percent. So it's what percent? So that becomes an x. But they did give you the is and the of. The is 78, and the of is 156. All right. Once you get here, then it's just a simple cross multiply. 7800. Again, use your calculator if you need to. 156 x. And since your x is this number on this side, so you divide by 156 to both sides. You cancel, and then your final answer should be 50. Since they asked you what percent, so you got to make sure you put the percent sign, okay? So again, this is what percent. All right, so that's your final answer. All right, let's go ahead and move on to 4. Again, we're going to use the same formula right over here, okay? I'll scoot this over. All right. So again, since this is not a word problem, we can use this one. So write a proportion. Please put the 100 first. Okay, and then just look. Did they give you a percent? And they did, 88%. So let's put it up here. Okay, and then it looks like they give you the of, but not the is. So the is missing, so that's your x. And the of is 446. Once you get there, you can just cross multiply. So right over here, so that's 100x. And that's a big number. I'm going to go ahead and use a calculator real fast. So 446 times 88. Okay. And that will give me 39248. Since my x is on this side, I'm going to divide by 100 to solve for x. Again, use your calculator, divide by 100, or just 2 numbers behind a decimal. That's your answer. All right. Again, we can use a formula when it's not a word problem, which is 1 through 10. Okay. But let's go all the way to 11. Since 11 is a word problem, I know I'm going to work on B. Okay. Let me zoom out so you can see a bit better. Okay. So we're going to use this one here. Okay. So let me read this real fast. Ted's car is now worth $9,000. So right now, which is 60% of this one. So this goes with this one, okay? Of what he paid for it. what was the original price of his car? Okay, so again, write a proportion first. They did give you the percent, so you always find the percent first. If they give you the percent, put that first. If they did not, put an X. Okay. Now the 9,000 is so you have to look at here. Okay, and you have to think. Okay, is 9,000 part of something bigger? And it is. Okay, because this is 9,000 of 60%. So the original price is going to be more than 9,000. So therefore, the 9,000 goes up here. That's your X. All right. So let's go ahead and cross multiply. That will give me 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is equal to 60x. Divide by 60. You can use your calculator to speed things up. Your final answer is $15,000. And you always want to check to see if that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Since it's 9,000 now, and before the original price was more, so 15,000. And there you go. Okay, let's go and do number 12. Again, I am going to start off by writing the 100, and then I'm going to read. Okay, John needs $8,000 to buy a car. So far he has saved $5,600. What is the percent? So we don't know what the percent is. All right. So what is the percent of the price of car he has saved? So he already saved $8,000. So that is your total already. Okay, so that's how much he already has. He already saved. So that's your total. And so your total and the whole goes on the bottom. Okay, and $5,600 is what he have now, but he wants to save to 8,000. All right, so let's go ahead and cross multiply. Keep in mind that you can pause, you can rewind, you can go back if you need to. Okay, so cross multiply here. Make sure you show all your steps because I will be looking for your steps when I'm grading your paper. Okay, divide by 8,000, divide by 8,000, cancel, and I believe the answer is 70. But again, since they asked for percent, make sure you put the percent sign. All right, we can do the last one, number 13. Again, we're using this one here. And I'll put it right here for you. Okay, so you can see. All right, so write a proportion again. 100. And see if they give you a percent. They did give you a percent. 80%. All right, let me go ahead and read. A student earned a grade of 80% on a math test that had 20 problems on it. How many problems did this student get correct? Okay, so that 20 is what's already on the test. That's 20 problems on the test. So that should be your total because you want to find the part, which is how many problems you got correct. There you go. Cross multiply. 100x is equal to 1,600. Divide by 100. Divide by 100. X is equal to 16 problems. All right, that's pretty much it for the word problem. I know you guys have an additional worksheet, and I believe it's this one here. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do one problem on here. Okay, so this problem here is going to be the easier one, the A one, which is the over right here. The is over of equal to percent over 100. Okay, so that's the one you'll be using, and let me show you how to. I know there's no room, so make sure you just use a separate sheet of paper or just write the work on here. Okay, so 20. Again, when you do it, this problem here, you just have to write over here. Okay, put the 100, same thing, and then the 23% they already gave you, and that's of 52. So of 52 should be on the bottom because that's of. Okay, so that's 52 over here, and that's your x. All right. So you're going to cross multiply. I'm going to write the answer over here. So that's 100x is equal to 52 times 23, which gives you 1196. Divide by 100. Divide by 100. X is equal to 11.96. So put the 11.96 right over here. And then you put the letter, when you look for 1196 and put put O on top. Just right here. Alright, so again, for this side of the worksheet, you just need to use this formula, okay? And then for the first 10, you use the is over of, and then for the rest of the word problems, you're going to use part and total and whole. Alright? Alright, that's pretty much it. Thank you, and good luck.